Hello everybody. Yesterday was our first anniversary of owning the Winnebago Micro Mini 1706 FB, which we have called Mini Teeny. And I thought I would give you a candid review of the things that we like and we don't like after 1 year of use. Let me show you around our 2014 Winnebago Micro Mini 1706 FB, which I believe is the lightest and the shortest travel trailer that a Winnebago towable makes. First of all, let me show you around here. We have screen door, which is very convenient, especially here in South Florida in the summer, because mosquitoes are everywhere. Let me do this video fast because they're gonna eat me alive. What have I done? We have outside speakers, which are not very good. I changed our patio light to an LED, which is it gives a little more light and it's more efficient, power efficient. Where is it? I forgot. Okay, here they have a location to put an outside TV, which I'm never gonna do, and we have a cable and power, which I've never used, but I see the convenience in that. We have a power awning, which is very nice. And the first really nice thing about this RV that I like is the huge basement. Take a look at that inside. I have a lot of junk and I still have room for my Weber grill and a lot more stuff. One thing that I don't like, and everybody is the rage nowadays, it's these windows. They are called awning windows because they lift up like this and you can have them open even if it's raining. I don't care. I want a window that I can stick my head out of, and it feels like a window. It always feels like it is closed even when it is open. Coming to the front, an essential, get a power jack. It's very important to get a power jack unless you want to sweat a lot when you're hitching and unhitching, and you saw that process in my previous video, so you know how it is. Here we have two LP tanks at 20 pounds each, so we have 40 pounds, and in 1 year we've only gone through one of the tanks, so they last a long time. And we have one 12-volt battery, which eventually I want to upgrade to something like perhaps 2 6 volts or eventually even lithium, but you need to rewire for that, so I don't know if that's gonna be feasible. Also, eventually I wanna have a solar panels and also a generator. Generator will probably go in the back. But anyways, let's go to this side of the camper right here. Here we have another door for our storage. And the one thing I don't like, and it could be a deal breaker if you ever buy one of these, is the water heater. It's an Atwood on-demand hot water heater, and I'll talk about it later. Well, I took it for repair, and look, the guys at La Mesa damaged my door. I haven't said anything, but hey. Here we have our cable satellite. I'm never gonna use that because we don't really watch that much TV anymore. And electricity, our city water, and here we have to fill up our, listen to this, 43-gallon fresh water tank. That's very big for an RV of this size. We also have a 25 gray water and 25-gallon black water tanks, which are adequate. I wish the gray water was a little bigger, but it is what it is. And here we have an outside shower. The tires came with nitrogen inside, which is very good. Here in the back, we have our spare tire. We have our ladder. And I added this hitch receiver, so eventually I could put a tray. I was thinking a bike rack, but I'll probably use it for a tray eventually. Okay, another annoyance is this, where we dump our tanks. It doesn't really have enough incline for gravity to do its thing sometimes. So I would have preferred if they put it high. I know it's a low trailer, it's a small trailer, so as I said before, it is what it is. Now, let me show you inside. Welcome to our humble home. You know those moments when you step into a room or walk into a place and it just feels right? You know, it has a good vibe. It feels like you've been there before. Well, when we walked in here for the first time, that's the way it was. And well, the rest is history. It was a year ago we bought our little travel trailer, and let me show you around inside here. Here's our bedroom, our bed, and as you can see we have plenty of storage up here, everywhere. That's pretty deep storage, and more up here and down there. I'm gonna show you that later. We have here like a little pantry storage, and down here more drawers. Also, check out the lights. All LED lights. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on one in the bathroom. There's a lot of lighting here. We have the regular, you know, Dometic 3-way refrigerator. We have a microwave, which I wish it was also a convection oven, but it's not. So we might replace that in the future. With our Atwood range, you know, sink. That's regular stuff that every RV has. Okay, one negative thing. These shades don't really block out the sunlight, or even if there's a light outside at night. So eventually we might replace this with MCD shades. Look at it. Yeah. The dinette could be a little wobbly, and it's not the most ergonomic thing in the world. So that's another thing that it might be a project eventually. I want to do it more like a counter, like an extending counter or something like that, so we can have the 2 computers and work sitting down here and looking to the outside. Also use it as a kitchen counter. It's a work in progress. It's an idea. We'll see how that goes. What else do we have here? Well, our AC is a Dometic AC. A little noisy, but it's very adequate. It cools down the place. This is for our furnace, the thermostat. The furnace works very nicely too. We tested it out last winter and it worked. Now the bathroom could be a little small, could feel a little claustrophobic in here, especially if you are taking a shower. You know, this shower curtain will stick to your body and it could be uncomfortable. I also had to put some Velcro and stick it to this wall because water would spill out through that wall. So that's something we fixed. We have our shower, and I wish it had you know, a faucet here so I could control it while I'm inside the shower. Otherwise I have to stick my hand out and use this to control the water temperature and the flow. So you pull it up and it's the shower, you put it down and it's the sink. We have some more storage down here and a vent for the furnace, which doesn't really vent much, if you will. I added this mirror. It didn't come with this. Very convenient. What else do we have here that we like and we don't like? I think that's it. Well, we have an antenna, but I don't have a TV. So eventually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this as a TV and somehow make a cable connection there. I have a little list here of things. The stereo is fine. It has Bluetooth, but it doesn't sound very well. The quality is subpar, and even worse through the outside speakers. It's like mostly mids, no bass, and the treble is like, all right. What else do we have? Well, the water heater, of course. If you've seen my videos, watch my previous videos, you know we've had nothing but grief with this Atwood on-demand water heater, which means it is a tankless unit. So when it detects a water flow, it's a flame that lights up and it heats up the water as it goes through. The problem is that the water flow has to be exactly perfect. I mean, the circumstances have to be perfect for it to work properly, and we live in an imperfect world. So let's say I open the hot water. I open the hot water and the water will be too hot, almost to the level of scorching you. And then when I open the cold water to make the temperature more comfortable, what happens? That flow of water is divided between the hot water and the cold water. So there's less water going through the water heater. Oh, the water heater thinks, oh, there's not enough water, and it shuts down. And that's really annoying in the winter. Around the summer, well, the water outside here coming into the RV is what, 75 degrees. It's fine in South Florida. But let's see how it works in the winter. By the way, we did take it to the dealer, to La Mesa RV in Fort Myers, and they spent hours with Atwood on the phone, diagnosing with a little thermometer, measuring the temperature of the water. And in the end, basically, they told us that the unit was within factory specs, and that they understood our frustration. But basically, I was doing it wrong, or something like that. I don't care. The company should stand behind their product and make it right for you, but they didn't. Whatever. Let's continue. As you can see, we don't have a hanging closet in here. So what I did, and this was suggested by one of you guys, one of my viewers, Esty, I bought this little folding thing that you can put several hangers in, and that's very convenient. We have this vent that I want to replace with a fantastic vent. I believe I have the skills to do that. That's the one with the fan that, depending to the temperature in here, it will turn on and off, and if it rains, it will close automatically. I believe I could get the power from this light right here. Another little problem, and I mentioned this to the guy at La Mesa, it's sometimes our holding tanks, right now they're fine. They're empty. But if you go to the bathroom once or twice, it already says 2/3. And he basically told me that these sensors, they never work right because these water tanks are too shallow. And basically, to stick a flashlight down the toilet, and that's how you find out if the tank is full or empty. So it is what it is. This may seem like a very negative review, actually, now that I think about it. But in reality, I mean, yes, it had many problems, but it was a relatively cheap unit, and I'm giving Winnebago a little bit of a pass here because they cut a lot of corners to make this unit very light, very easy to tow. It's kind of narrow and it fits in the driveway, and those are the basic things I wanted on this unit. But this is basically the way I think about it is our training wheels. So when we are retired, full timing, we know where we're getting into. We will already have many years of experience after owning this, and as you can see, there are still many states to visit in this great continent. And 2 more countries. I plan to go to Canada and Mexico eventually as well. So yeah, would I buy it again? No, probably yes. I mean, this was an impulse buy in a sense. We came in here, fell in love with it, we got it, and we've had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, I will buy it again. I like it. I think it's for the most part, it's a good unit. It's pretty well built. Once you tighten all the screws that they forgot to tighten at the factory, nothing else has fallen off. And yeah, we like it. Winnebago Micro Mini 1706 FB, if you like cold showers. Thank you for watching, and see you on the road. That's all, folks. Do remember to subscribe, and if you liked it, give me a thumbs up and share with your friends and comment below. I'm also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, so follow me there too if you will, and visit the blog at roadnomad.com. Join the mailing list. As always, thank you so much for watching, and see you on the road. I'm riding with my RV, wherever I want to be, because I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding with my RV, wherever I want to be, because I'm free in my RV.